Hello there everybody, Mondo here back once again after a long while, but I have a new video for you. I finally have a new camera, so that's part of the reason why I wasn't making too much content recently. But I thought I'd do a video on this. This is a recent project I finished up, and I'm actually pretty proud of it. This is actually my personal burnt Chucky. So this one isn't for sale. It's not for a customer. I mean, I can make more of these, but this one is gonna stay in my collection. But I think it's best we start face first. The body is basically just the spirit good guy doll, a 30-inch tall one, and the head, basically I cut off the whole top, uprooted all the hair. This hair has all been glued on. None of this was on here originally in the placement that it was. So basically I took the top of the head off and I uprooted all the hair. Let me get it back real quick. You can see some empty spots, the hole in the head there. Got the wires. I even tried to get the way they sort of intertwine a little bit in the head, which is accurate to the film. The way this one kind of wraps around the red one, and the red one comes down and up. Same with this little metal piece in the head there. Also incorporated this. This is the first time. This is a piece of thin plastic, actually, underneath. It has been painted silver. It's meant to look like the clear plastic shell that was under Chucky's head, but I gave it some color. So there's some latex in there. It's been weathered. All over the face is liquid latex. Most of the head is hot glue. It has been smeared around appropriately to kind of give it that nice charred look. Chucky has no nose. This ear is basically just all gone. You can still kind of see a little bit, but for the most part, that ear is gone. This one's still there as well, though. I try to add a good amount of hair, but not too much hair, because too much or too little hair can make or break one of these dolls. So that was what was important. I tried to get the latex strips and the little dangly bits and stuff like that as accurate as I could. I think it turned out pretty well. I could do the kind of come around here, this one here, this big one on the head here. Those are all accurate to the film, so try to do that. Now, the eyeballs and the teeth are not made by me. Those are made by another artist. The eyeball and teeth are done by Raul Delgado, on eBay. Very great product, very great seller, great communication, fast ship time. Wonderful, wonderful. And they look fantastic. The eye is that really nice, clear blue color. Pupil is the right size. Very, very happy with it. Now, move on to one of my favorite parts, the clothing, because this is where a lot of the work went into. Starting upwards, you have the melted collar. Got some nice burn holes in there as well. I tried a lot of new weathering methods with this that I thought actually worked out pretty well. Like this hole here, I'm really liking how the depth behind that is. So all this damage you see on the costume is done by hand with either a knife or a Dremel, a little bit of both. There is some singeing on the costume. I don't want to do too much actual burning because it's kind of hard to control, especially with clothing like this. It just lights up instantly because this is basically just really thin polyester fiber. So I want to make sure not to cause a house fire. But there's different little things in here, like there's some latex right here. The drips of black latex on the overalls, which are accurate in placement. I've seen some people put the lighter colored latex on the shirt. That's not accurate to the film. I try to leave some of the detail poking through as well. I've seen some people that just spray paint it black, like way too dark. And that's not 100% accurate, so I want to make it look as good as possible. No buttons on the overalls, which is accurate to the film. No buttons. Just lots of shredded detail. And also underneath on the body, I did some minor burn with some hot glue. Nothing too detailed. Got some right here on the legs. Got big hole in the overalls here, which is accurate. You can see the sweater poking through. That's accurate to the film. Got the wires in his arm right here, which are actual wires. Those are accurate. Really, just every time I work on a burnt Chucky, I try to make the clothing look as destroyed as possible, because in the movie it is absolutely shredded, and I wanted to capture that detail, so I think I did pretty good on this. I've got the split cuff right here, which I glued it in place up here just because I don't want to move it around a whole lot. I know when the Scream Factory doll came out, the figure of the Scream Factory doll came out, a lot of people were upset at the split wrist, but that's accurate to the film, so good on you, NECA, for doing that. I got some little hints of latex up here. Big open holes in the shirt, very tattered. Got the hands, which are the stock hands, but I heated them and reshaped them to look a little bit more natural than the weird sculpt on the Todd's good guy hands. They look really unnatural. They look like he's got like John Carradine levels of arthritis. So I heated them and resculpted them. I also cut the fingers and separated them so they actually have more depth. You can see on the first hand here the metal wires sticking out of his hand and on his fingers. So the ones in hand and coming out of the tips of the fingers, these are actually pop rivet stems, which I find pretty cool. They have a nice thickness to them, so that's what I used. You can see coming out the other side as well, coming out of the tips of the fingers. And for the ones going down the fingers, these are just paper clips. Really simple, just paper clips. And that is the same thing on this hand. So this one, it's on all the fingers. Take the knife out of the hand. Actually, for that. See on this hand, on the wrist cuff, I have the dangling little bits of latex, which is actually the foam hanging off his hand and on the cuff of the wrist. Zoom in here. You can see some of the burn detail that I did. So basically how I did this for these nice burns on the cuff is I took hot glue and kind of smeared it into the fabric and then dry brushed it black. So it actually has a really nice burn effect. But look at the hands here. See, it's on all the fingers. I tried to make them look too glossy. I wanted to keep some of that kind of charred look to it, not like melted look, but also charred. The claws coming out of all the fingers, they're all the same size too, which I like. It doesn't look inconsistent or anything. Not much in terms of the legs. Just more tearing. Got a little bit of blood there from where he shot the knee. Very tattered up wrist cuffs of shoes. The wrist cuffs I actually glue back together because I torn them up so much. And the shoes, which have been very, very weathered. They're not this weathered in the movie, but you know, I really want to put some bond to these. So the tongues of the shoes are completely gone, just like in the film. There are no tongues in the shoes in the movie. They are burnt out. And yeah, just a lot of weathering in the shoes. Dremeling, a lot, hot glue. I even had a little piece of black shoelace that has been kind of frayed out, because you can notice that in the movie that there's a little piece of shoelace left in the shoe. And I'm not sure if this is accurate, but I did it anyway. There's another piece of shoelace I had coming out of this one as well. Can't really see it, but I know the details there. That's what matters. And the knife is, I'm hoping to get another one. This is a spirit knife. It's a little bit oversized for doll scale, but I did some chroming on the blade, so I did a little bit of work on it. Got rid of the legal mumbo jumbo on one side of it. So a pretty decent knife. A few other things I have over here. This is my Tanoke Art Chucky head. In part 1, this is a full silicone head, virgin hair, hand on eyebrows. There's the band-aids, which are going to go on the doll. I'm getting the body for this on January 1st. So I will make a video on this this project once it's finished, because it's going to go with this guy as a project I'm doing for Child's Play 1. Back there I have a Child's Play 1 lobby card. That's a print of a lobby card, but pretty cool. And over here I have a Chris Sarandon signed print. I've had that for years. Goes pretty well with the display though. Let's get one nice look at the charged Chucky here. Definitely my favorite one of these guys I've made to date. Very, very proud of them. And hope to make more of these in the future when I have the available time to do so. But I hope you all enjoyed this video. I'll be making more content pretty soon. And have a good one.